Good day, my friends, and welcome to episode 9 of Moral's podcast. I'm your host, Moral Truth. Last time we talked about some editing topics as well as some tech topics, but today we have some different sort of topics we're going to be talking about today. But before we get into that, we're going to introduce our guests. The first guest we have today is Catmeleon,
Hey there.
and we also have HeyItsMatt.
Sup, like and subscribe.
Oh, you're trying to plug on my podcast now? What?
Bro, always plug. Rule number one of YouTube, always plug. It's just...
Okay, alright then. So before we get into the first topic, let's go ahead and see what these folks do on their YouTube channels. So let's go start first with Catmeleon.
I do about everything, or I plan on doing about everything. I've not been too active for the past 4 months that I've had my channel, but I plan on. I'm working on something right now. It's a review for an album at the moment. I've gone through a lot. When my channel first started, it was riding the bandwagon of darn it, what are those called? Anyways, it was like Leafy, but it was worse and awful.
YouTube commentaries?
Yes, those. And then the second thing I did was a little Let's Play thing, and that didn't catch on because no one knows that game. And then last thing I did, it was sort of like a comedy thing, writing off of the little fidget spinners meme.
Yeah, I saw that one. I didn't get the point in that one.
Yeah, that one. I'm honestly proud of that one. That was a good one, but not too many people like that one.
Alright, now let's go with HeyItsMatt.
Alright, I'm up. Cool. Alright. So I do a mixture of vlogs, challenge videos, story times occasionally, but basically like your all-around general YouTube vlogger, so to say. Like I would do Q&As, like the stuff you typically find in your recommended tab of like every other YouTuber.
Oh, okay, alright. So you're just more into vlogging in a way.
Yeah, more into like vlogging and stuff. Like I'm not really focused on Let's Plays or gaming or anything. I did that in the past. Not really good feedback. Did this thing now, and it's like starting to pick up audience. So stick with that.
Alright, cool. As long as you guys like what you're doing, that's what matters. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go into the first topic, which is Let's Players and Vloggers. You guys want to start with that, or you guys want me to say something first?
Vloggers are the superior race in every single which way possible. End of story.
Who vloggers?
No, I'm just kidding. No.
Honestly, sorry, you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Alright, well, here's the thing. Like, in recent years, like, I feel like it's just more popular to do vlogs than as gameplay videos. Like, I have nothing wrong with those. It's just, like, with, like, I guess they're in generations of YouTube, like, and this is the vlogging generation. Like, last generation, you did, like, the gaming thing, like, the big old gaming boom with, like, gaming channels and Minecraft stuff just popping up left and right. And then before then, you had, like, say, Smosh and stuff, and, like, all the comedic channels, like, the godfathers of YouTube, you'd call it, I guess. Is that a good term, I guess?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's a appropriate term. Like, the founders of YouTube. And so, like, right now, we're kind of in the age of vlogging to where, like, if you're not a vlogger, like, you're just kind of there. I mean, no offense to y'all, too, because y'all do the other stuff. Like, they're just, like, blowing up right now.
So you would say that vloggers, in a way, are blowing up right now?
Yeah, like, they're all over YouTube. Like, just, you open YouTube, recommended tab is just, like, at least 1 to 2 vlogging channels.
Okay, I kind of see what you're saying, because I remember at first there'll be, like in the past, there were a lot of Let's Players, and then once like streaming came along, some of the Let's Players on YouTube, they go to Twitch or they stream on games on YouTube. In a way, sort of they're blowing up as well, but I'm not sure if they're blowing up at the same rate as vloggers are.
Yeah, see, the thing with vloggers is one thing that's similar about them is like vloggers and gaming channels kind of have to have the same thing to get popular, which is a decent personality. Like, you can't just record your daily life and not have some form of a relatable or decent personality for people to kind of latch onto and watch. Kind of like gaming channels as well. You can't just kind of record gameplay and get popular.
See, that's why with like vloggers and stuff, with the camera are like very similar because like they're loud, they're like outgoing, they're like all up in your face, like, yo, what's up, guys? It's insert vlogger name here, and I'm back with like that. Like they're all like really similar to that, like that grabs your attention of like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds. Like that's why you see Jake Paul, for example, they just
Wait,
blow
are
up.
you eating something right now, Cat?
Oh, yeah, it's a butterscotch.
You gotta eat during a podcast? That's not very nice.
I
Sorry.
mean, I don't blame him. Butterscotch is great. I don't blame him.
I'm just kidding. Alright, so you were saying, Matt?
Yeah, but like they're just. Oh, I forgot. I got sidetracked because of the butterscotch thing.
The butterscotch man. Curses. No, you were saying something about. I remember
How
that's
they're
we were
loud
talking,
and,
yeah, about loud
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, right. Thank
And then
you.
both of them need
personality.
some sort of personality, yeah.
Yeah, I think like, and they're just like loud. They're all up in your face, and like have like keep your attention. That's why you have like these like 12, 13-year-olds or like whatever. They're just like they're loud or whatever. Like that's their main audience. If you like look at their vlogs, like think about like younger kids, like that's their main audience.
Yeah. Kind
Since
of.
like they're younger, they have a shorter attention span. They have to like keep on their feet. Like, hey, look at me. I'm loud. I'm like, like and subscribe.
Yeah, that's a. And it's the same with gaming channels as well. Like, how do you think PewDiePie got so popular, really?
I
He's
honestly don't know. I truly
he
don't.
he's basically turned into like sort of the comedy channels nowadays. But back then, he was sort of that personality. He was loud, for lack of a better term, obnoxious. The 12-year-olds loved
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess
And
it just varies on like your personality in general, and as well as who your target audience is.
and the thing with vlogging videos and gaming videos, I find, is they take about the equal amount of effort to make. I think vlogging videos probably take more effort to make, really, from experience. Like, most gaming channels, you don't even really have to edit that much unless you're doing some form of a montage or compilation of good moments. You don't really have to edit too much. Well, vlogging channels, you kind of have to put that. For most, I see the music in the background is like the normal Kickstarter music with the happy guitar and the nice piano.
Oh gosh, I hate that. Oh, that's like one of my
Yeah,
like pet peeves with like hashtag relatable. Like remember that was the thing? Like
the
the
novel, the
yeah.
royalty-free music,
Mhm.
and it's like do 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 do.
Hey, but at least you won't get copyright strikes. I mean, that's the good thing about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I remember back in the day, people would use like dubstep intros and stuff like that. I thought that
I
was
like
like pretty
like the
annoying.
colorful ones and like they have
I
like your name and just like they're like all over the
Yeah, those were
place.
like too flashy, like for
most of
me.
the 12-year-old Minecraft YouTubers used them. They're like the 3D rendered ones when the
Oh god,
title would break apart and reappear and
I think
lasers
get like
were everywhere and
epilepsy for something like that.
it was
Jeez.
a bunch of crap dubstep.
I think some Roblox YouTubers do that too. I think.
I don't watch Roblox, so I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I've seen a few. I mean, kind of the same thing, the same similar format. But let's go. Nice,
Yeah.
not get too off topic with that. We're still talking about let's players and vloggers. So yeah, I agree. It takes
Yeah.
about the same, like around the same amount of time it would take to edit. Like for gaming, I mean, if you record just a little bit of gaming, not like 30 minutes or so of raw gaming, I guess. But I don't know. Some people manage to cut that down to less than 10 minutes, which is cool. With
Yeah,
vlogging, it just
which
depends on like your moments that you have when you're vlogging and the stuff you're saying.
Okay, here's the thing. I've had experience with both.
And me
And
too.
so with gaming, you have like just like all you have to really do is like cut it down. It's the same game because like a lot of in between stuff is just like dead silent and like just having like grind like just like continuing on with the game or whatever, and like just blank spots. Like
Grunting.
farming or whatever is a good term, I guess.
Yeah,
I
you're just
couldn't-
cutting down like when nothing interesting's happening or there's like no talking. You would just cut that down. Yeah, I agree. I've done both, and that's how it is for me too.
And with vloggers, you have like it's your whole day, and so like you have from like say 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. It's just 12 hours of just footage, and so you have to like cut it down, and then you have to like add funny parts to it to make it like stay entertaining. Since like instead of just having to like hold up the camera, it's like, all right, guys, we made it to the blank area. We're gonna do blank thing here, and yeah, we're gonna see what happens. And it's like 5 minutes later. All right, guys, we just finished up this thing, so it doesn't get repetitive, and like so it's not the same thing like gaming.
That's one thing about vlogging channels. I find them to be a lot harder than gaming channels because you also have to keep it interesting.
I mean,
And
with gaming, you gotta keep yourself like interesting. You gotta keep yourself engaging as well, like with gaming and with
yeah,
vlogging.
but with vlogging, you have to keep your day entertaining while keeping yourself entertaining at the same time, which is kind of hard to do. Especially if you're like, okay, guys, today we're going to the dry cleaner, then we're paying my taxes, and we're gonna go give my dog a bath.
Also, I've noticed like with gamers, like you don't have to worry about clickbait as much. Like with vloggers, like that's really all you see. Like my friend got into a fight with a stranger, or like, oh my gosh, there's a demon in my house. Don't try this challenge at 3 a.m. Like that's like it's not no, that's just not how that works.
Yeah, I think that the vlogging scene kind of has a bad name from the Jake Pauls and the Viner invasion going on.
It does, and that's sad. That makes me hurt a little.
See, it's not my genre of choice, but I definitely don't think it's that bad. It just has a bad name nowadays because most of the popular Viners are just awful.
All right, but before we get to that, let's actually have a transition there. So let's go ahead and do the second topic, which is minor invasion on YouTube. So you wanted to start that out, Kat?
Yeah, so we got these Viners going on here. I should probably actually Google more because
Okay,
I only really know like the
Alright, I
Jake
think I got
Pauls.
this. I got
Okay.
this. Right, I got this. All right. So a couple years back, there's this getting a little background here. There's a little app called Vine that Twitter launched, and like it's 6 seconds of just a random video, and like all these like people got really big on it, and then so what happened with that is like eventually Vine did eventually die out, and so like all the creators like, well, dang, we're out of a job now. What do we do? It's like, hey, YouTube's open. Like it's just a bunch of just I don't know, empty space. Let's go. And so you have all of these Viners and stuff coming over to YouTube, and that's where Jake Paul, like say Logan Paul, and all like the big name celebrity like comedians or whatever, like in quotations you could call it, are coming over and they're just blowing up because like they came from Vine, they already had their audience, and they brought it over to the platform, and it just somehow just spiraled out of control to where they're just everywhere.
It kind of reminds me of the what was that app called? Lyrically or something like that?
Musically?
Musically? Yeah, that
Oh my God.
that invasion. The invasion of those little Kids Bop kids
No.
coming
Kids
over
pop.
to YouTube.
No,
And
no.
I'm going off topic
that,
here.
that one was that it's kind of similar to that, really. Except honestly, I think these guys are more tolerable even if they're making equally bad music.
Yeah.
I still don't see how that Everyday Bro got so many views. Jeez.
What is it? It's like 60 million right now.
Yeah, I think most of the views honestly just came from people making fun of it and making it more popular by making fun of the song.
How did some of the Viners get popular? Was it around the same time that Vine started out, or what?
No,
No,
it was
more
about when
recent.
Vine ended. It's been about a month, and every single one of them I've seen did a vlogging channel and or did crap pop / rap music.
I'd say like the last like 6 months, I guess. Like when it like started like becoming like oh hey, these guys are taking over. Like, should we like do something or just let it happen?
Which kind of brings us to the thing about getting popular on YouTube. See, Logan Paul and Jake Paul not only got popular from that one song that he made, but they then started this fake drama sort of thing where Logan Paul was like, "Oh, I'm going to make a diss track for Jake Paul because he dissed me in his track, and I'm going to split this diss track into 6 parts. Oh man, the second part is too harsh. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it or not." And then his ex-girlfriend's gonna get involved, and then because he dissed her too, and it's gonna be all juicy drama that makes all of us more popular.
For those who don't have like an interest in the Paul brothers thing, you just check the description for timestamps, just as like a thing if you're not like interested in this. Because don't you like timestamps in the description?
Yeah, I put timestamps for every single topic that we talk about.
Okay, cool. So like, because I do know some people aren't like caught up to date or whatever. Or just
I
like,
mean, you can give a little brief thing about the Paul brothers if you want before you
Okay.
continue with going back on topic.
All right. So here's the thing. Like, this kind of goes with the Viner invasion thing. Like, those were like one of the really bigger Viners that happened. Like, that came over to YouTube, and so like all of a sudden, like him and his brother Jake, like just blew up. Like right now, like Jake Paul's about to hit 9 million in about, gosh, almost a year. His brother's about to hit almost 8.5 million at like roughly the same time because they've just like blown up and like all this big publicity stuff. It's like because they're at the front of YouTube now. Like there's just like like all of this mainstream media. For Pete's sake, Jake was on the news for being like too disruptive. Like the other day.
Oh jeez. Oh, do you remember when Logan Paul lied about being colorblind as well?
I thought he actually was.
No, that was kind of debunked since he made a video talking about like how he had these different colored. He had these made a video about these lights that he had that change color, and he listed off basically every color on the rainbow correctly.
Well, never mind then.
Alright, so back to the actual topic. So, would you guys say that some of the Viners had to use some sort of drama to actually get involved in the YouTube invasion?
Yeah, I mean, like, all really people care about, like, right now, like, instead of like quality, is like quantity. Like, people
Hmm.
don't like. And it's like, all right, you gotta do like daily vloggers. Like, they come out every single day. That's why you see them buying Lamborghinis and just big old houses just spontaneously. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy this expensive car because I make money. Because and like they'll have this big drama thing. It's like, ooh, snap, they're getting in a fight, whatever. That's gonna get me more views, and then it's just a circle, just a big old circle.
Yeah, like I was talking about earlier. This is the thing that gets me so mad because basically in the Everyday Bro song that Jake Paul made, he was like "Oh man, I just dissed my brother Logan Paul and my ex-girlfriend." So Logan Paul then goes and makes 6 videos about this. He makes a quote unquote diss track for his brother, but he splits it into 6 different parts in 6 different videos. And the end of every single one of them were like, "I don't know if I'm gonna be uploading the next one of this." And it was annoying.
It wasn't even that good. Like honestly, it wasn't even that big of a deal.
And then like Jake Paul made a video quote unquote crying to the Logan Paul one.
So in a way, like drama kind of makes like a big part of the YouTube invasion for the Viners. It seems like.
Oh yeah, drama really just makes everyone famous, no matter what genre you're in. I mean, just like the Leafy is here business and like the Fousey Tube thing.
And then
Rice Gum, it's a big one.
Keemstar.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan of those channels because I don't know, they just thrive on drama just to get popular on YouTube. I mean,
Well, I mean, some of them are good. Like Liza Koshy, like y'all know her.
no, I don't.
Okay, well, she was also one of the X-Finers. She recently hit like 10 million. It's like she's one of like the nicer like comedians, like just like skits or whatever. And like she's one of like the nicer ones. Like doesn't rely on clickbait and stuff. I mean, it's really like one of the sad thing is like that's only like one I can think of to begin with. I don't think there's anybody else that really like came over, dominated, but like didn't like have some sort of like drama to push them forward.
I know earlier in the earlier topic we talked about personality being a key towards being a successful let's player or vlogger. Do you think that would be a case when Viners went to YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like loud and they're all like up in your. See,
So,
with
so there
them,
wasn't
like,
really like much diversity in terms of personality for the Viners.
I wouldn't call it diversity. I'd call it slight.
I'm sorry, I
differences.
mean variety. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong term. Yeah.
But yeah, like would still like I always like say slight differences. Like they're like really similar. They're, like just have like their few like differences that makes them unique.
From from what I've seen, um, they're all kind of the same to me, where they look like a bunch of rich douchebags, and like they're like, man, look at my super cool life, and then they're like, they mostly just use humor that would appeal to like 12 to 14-year-olds.
Which works really well, surprisingly.
Yeah,
For
not
Pete's sake,
really
I'm
surprisingly. You'd
like,
be surprised
one
how
of their
many 12-year-olds
followers.
on YouTube.
I mean, who knew like 6-second videos would have like so much impact on people that were like using Vine at the time? It's just interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the Catch Me Outside girl's one of those too.
She
I
got
forgot her
10
name.
million followers.
Oh my
10
god.
million.
Yeah,
From
isn't
doing
she
nothing.
on YouTube now?
Eh. I mean, she's not like big, but I think she has a channel. I'm not really sure though.
I think she
Mm.
was in other channels. I think I'm not sure if she has her own.
I feel like she might, knowing like anyone can start a YouTube channel now. Like honestly, you could just like say, I'm famous. I'm gonna just start a vlog channel, and you get like followers.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing because like on YouTube, you really have to put your pride aside to get popular nowadays.
Like if you don't follow a trend, like once you do it, like it's already like gone. There's a new trend already.
Yeah, kind of like the fidget spinners video.
I
And
never
yes,
understood that.
yeah, me neither. And speaking of like fidget spinners, like there were like several like memes and stuff about fidget spinners. But hey, let's talk about overused memes. That's the next topic.
Oh yeah, one of my least favorite new memes nowadays. Have you
The
guys seen
hot
that?
dog.
Oh,
Oh
geez,
yeah,
that
yeah,
one's
yeah, that
awful.
one.
Have you seen that one that's like XD, the floor is, and then insert word here, and then insert a thing on the face? And it's basically the same exact meme every single time with just a different word and thing on the face of the
How that's
person.
yeah. Like I remember playing that like as a kid, like a little game. When I was
Yeah,
like 6 or whatever. Like now the internet just kind of ruined it.
Oh yeah, so
or
it's
like,
like some guy like running off on a wall. It says the floor is
yeah,
something. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh,
Or,
the
okay.
floor's
for
lava.
example, like, the floor is decent economics, and then communism.
What?
Communism would be on the face of like the guy. Basically, what they kind of do is just either paste a small JPEG or a PNG in the face of the person that's writing up on the wall, and that's about all that's changed in the picture. And then it's just some word that's misplaced or some phrase, and that's about it. And it's an annoying meme because it's not even funny.
Yeah, I personally don't find it really funny, or maybe it's just me.
But the dancing hot dog, I've not actually seen too much of it, but that could just be because I don't really look at memes too often.
No, like I'll just be like scrolling through Instagram or like Twitter or something, and I'll like see just like randomly just pop like a hot dog, the dancing hot dog.
Wait, where did
There's
that
dancing
originate
pretty
from
cool
though?
now.
Like what?
Snapchat.
Snapchat?
I know that much, that it exists and it was originally from Snapchat, but I've I've not seen too much of it because I basically avoid any social media except for Twitter. And
I'm a 16-year-old millennial. Like that's all I do. So like I keep up with the trends and stuff.
Me, not so much. But hey,
I watch Meme Alert. That's
let's
about it.
get right to the memes.
Yeah,
Robot
No?
Bob.
fidget spinners become like a big thing.
I have no
I
idea. Like,
I don't understand them because just small rant for a moment. I don't understand fidget spinners because they're useless pieces of plastic. And like there's a lot of people that are like, there's been research that says it helps with ADHD and autism and stuff. But how does that really help kids concentrate? It seems pretty distracting to me. They're kind of loud and
I
they're
own
really
like
annoying.
3.
I mean, because I know some fidget spinners, like they have like you could like light them up on each side. Like if you like just spin it around with the light, would you get like epilepsy or something?
Or like I could understand maybe the fidget cube things. Have you seen those that have like the joystick and the light
Yeah.
switch
Oh
and the
yeah, yeah,
things
I
that
saw
move?
that.
I could understand those maybe helping with concentration or something, but the fidget spinners are just annoying and sound like someone's. One thing I always thought it sounded like was just someone vaping right in your ear.
Oh, the
Or just
vape
like a
memes were
toy
like
now.
annoying too. Like, it's like oh, like Vape Nation. Oh, you just have your fingers like shaped like a V. It's like
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a H3 thing that he popularized.
Yeah, like okay. So funny story. Okay. I live like near this dollar store or whatever. It's like maybe like a 5-minute drive or whatever. And so like I went in there, there's just a wall of fidget spinners.
Oh
Like they're not even
Jesus.
called fidget spinners. It's like fidget toys or whatever. Like some
Hmm.
knockoff brand, and it's like $5 for like spinner. I'm thinking like, didn't this trend like die like a month ago? And I see this kid like pull off like 4 of them. I'm like,
They sell them in all
how is
the
this
game
still a
stores
thing?
near me.
Like I thought this like trend like died a month ago. Like why is it still a thing?
I
Yeah,
have no idea. Man. But I
I
remember in
don't.
my grocery store, like I remember we used to sell fidget spinners for $1, but we would run out very quick. I'm like, people still buy those? Like I remember I saw them in my store
Apparently.
today, like earlier, like a few days ago. Not today, but a few days ago.
Well, then
Yeah,
I feel like YouTube like took the trend and just like just like beat the dead horse. And it's like I'm pretty sure like they stopped beating it, but like it's still like some kid's gonna like metaphorically come and just like kick the horse every now and then.
one thing I find to be overused on the internet is the use of the word edgy.
Or like edgy teens and stuff like that.
Yeah, like
Oh, I get what you mean. Like when people are like saying like, "Oh, kill yourself," or go drink
I
bleach or
don't
something like that.
actually.
yeah, the
Oh
thing
wait,
with
that? Oh.
yeah, the thing with the like the when people are like kill yourself and stuff like that, I don't really find it offensive. I just find it to be extremely annoying because it's so unoffensive at this point
I
to me.
remember like in a couple of Discord servers I'm in, there's like people that still use those jokes. It gets like annoying at times.
Yeah, it's just super unfunny and annoying. It's not even. I guess I'm just so desensitized after being on the internet for so long, but it's just not even offensive. It's just annoying and not even a good insult.
I mean, it's more used as like a joke than as like an insult, at least in my perspective. Like people's
Yeah.
like, bro, that's stupid, bro. Go kill yourself. Like as a joke, but like I've never like actually seen one like personally hurt from that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people in real life actually use that and try to be offensive. That's one thing I also hate on the internet is when people try so hard to be offensive, but it just doesn't work and ends up being annoying.
Cause it's so overused and like, yeah, okay, and
And then there could be some people that actually take that to offense. You never know, because it's just people these days that have like suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. If somebody goes up to you and say, "Oh, hey, KYS" or something, I mean, you never know if they're actually going to do it. Something
That's a,
pretty serious.
that's something annoying about nowadays is that those sorts of things are just so overused at this point. Either people find them to be funny, or people are like, "Man, having a mental illnesses and suicidal thoughts are really cool. I have suicidal thoughts."
see that's the same with the internet. It like takes that like one simple thought and just like magnifies it to where it just like blows out of proportion.
Yeah, I have these people at my high school that are like, "I'm so cool because I'm so depressed. I'm not diagnosed with depression or anything, but I am depressed. I'm telling you I am. And also, I'm totally a sociopath because that's cool."
Okay, yo, I see that in the comment section like all the time. Just like commenting on people's videos. It's like that was a great video. I'm depressed. Yay. it's like that just like randomly just like blur. It's like, okay, you didn't really know that, but like really hope you're not. But okay, cool. I'm gonna just keep scrolling. Like,
Or
I don't know. It feels like a bad attempt of sarcasm or something.
it kind of one other thing that bothers me a lot more than it should is when people are like, "Man, I'm so OCD." Like it
it's an
bothers me.
actual illness, like mental.
Yes, it bothers
Bipolar.
me a lot because just being a bit tidy does not resemble obsessive compulsive disorder whatsoever.
Like, I mean,
It's
I know someone like actually has it like partially to where like, it's like a weird like tick thing. Like what he did, like since I've recently moved. Like one of my friends from my old town, like he had like a weird like I'd say like a tick thing or whatever. Like when someone like wants simply like completely perfect, like he would stare at it and like fidget or something, like fidget like with his finger or whatever, and like until like he just couldn't take it anymore, just like got up and just fixed it. Like it was that bad.
yeah, it doesn't really see. I'm not one to usually get offended by stuff like that. I get more annoyed with stuff like that than offended, just because it just makes the person sound stupid when they're like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so OCD."
But yeah, in general, like mental illnesses should just be taken seriously, you know, because you never know if someone actually has what they say they have, you know.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a problem with the internet. You don't actually really know anything unless you see the person in person.
Like you're just behind a screen. Like you can't actually do anything. Like there's no like you just can't.
Yeah, kind of a scary thought.
Yeah. So like anything else like that's overused these days.
Um, not that I think of. No, I think like there's like not really like the big meme like other than like the hot dog or still like occasionally the floor is blank or whatever.
Do you remember the bee emoji meme?
Oh no like yeah the YouTube thing like where it's like the blank but whenever blank happens this happens or whatever like
And that
the
sounds
weird
like
number
Cards Against
one
Humanity or something.
Oh,
like the weird
geez,
number one
those
thing
are still
B
being
movie.
used.
Really, I haven't noticed a lot really.
It was the We're Number One that really started that, though.
Oh, that we are number one meme.
Mm-hmm. My
Do you
friend told me
know
that.
Yeah, I
the
know about it.
do you know the official Lazy Town channel uploaded a We're Number One meme about a month ago?
They did not. No,
Nope,
please,
I
no.
didn't know that.
It's a
The
kid
official
show. Come on.
the official We're Number One channel, the official Lazy Town channel uploaded a We're Number One meme like a month after the meme died.
Come on. It's a
It
kid
was
show. Come on.
it was like I
I
think
used
it
to
was
watch that.
like we're number one, except every time they say one, we the chorus to we are um where pirates plays.
And then there'll be at times too when like some memes they overlap in a way, which I guess we get twice as annoying. I don't know. This depends.
Yeah. Do you remember the bee emoji meme? Or not the bee emoji. The emoji
Yeah.
movie meme is
The
still
B movie meme,
the
or
bee movie meme, yeah. The I was thinking about the emoji movie and how it comes out
oh my god.
July 23rd. Is it
July
28th?
28th.
Hey, we're not trying
Same
to
thing.
promote the movie, are we?
Pre-order tickets now.
And speaking of that, let's go into our next topic, which is, let me see, net neutrality. Now, personally, I didn't actually know what this was. I had to look it up a little bit. But I really don't think I have like a personal like
No, no,
grasp
that's fine.
of
That's
it.
fine. Continue.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, it was kind of awkward silence. I didn't know what to do. And so, I think this is right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like basically, big companies like say AT&T, Comcast, whatever, are like kind of bullying like free internet sites like Netflix and YouTube and all like stuff, to where like you have like slower services, but like you have to pay to get better service. Wherever like companies do, internet provider companies are having like paying websites and like services that us consumers use, to where like, oh hey, if you use this service that we provide, you don't have to have slower like internet speeds. But if you don't, like you have to pay a little bit more to get it. So with net neutrality, like if I think this is right, because I did my research, like with that, like we tried doing this like I think a couple years ago, and didn't like we kind of failed, so it's coming back up again, sorta, and where us as consumers were like trying to like, hey, right now we're fine, we don't need anything to change, so like you should probably pass like a law or something, which I think they're doing right now, or like they started to, is like where like we shouldn't do that.
Yeah, like keeping net neutrality and make it so that everybody has the same amount of service. I guess for they will have the same amount of traffic to go into any website they want, right? And then ending
Yeah.
net neutrality means that you have to pay an extra fee to actually get better service to get into a website, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Thing about that is it's basically kind of like, hey, you shouldn't block websites that you dislike, internet service provider, which could be or could not be Charter, which I wish I had, but I have this crap internet service provider that no one knows because I live in.
I think it's like most like the bigger name ones, like Verizon and like
Yeah.
Comcast. I think it's like with the bigger ones.
Yeah, I have a Frontier, which one thing I've noticed about Frontier is sometimes they'll interrupt my searches and try to force me to use their search engine, which is awful and is basically like Yahoo except more virus ridden.
But yeah, like I don't really think that's like it's not fair. Like I mean, I see like why to get like an extra buck or whatever, but like I thought we like passed a law or something like back in roughly 2015-ish, 2014. Because like this was an issue back then, like 3 years ago. But like I guess it's come up again for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I'm not too knowledgeable on it, but it's interesting.
Yeah, I had to do research because like I had no idea what it's like. It's like more come up just like, hey, you talk about like net neutrality. It's like I have no idea what that is. It's like you try to explain to me, like it didn't really work that well. It's like, oh well, go to Google. And so like I Googled it, like did my research. Philip DeFranco was actually a really good source, surprisingly. Like he did like a whole like a minute and a half rundown of what it was. I'm like, oh, so that's a thing.
So I kind of see maybe you can compare it to cable or something like that. Like you got like the basic channels, and then you have to pay an extra fee to get access to more channels, kind of like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just like that, just on the internet side.
And then some people want to end net neutrality because some companies want to make more money out of it. I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of
so
how I
like
see it. Why they want to
whole
end
reason
it.
behind it.
I don't think it's very fair if the website that's being premiumed by these internet service providers not getting a cut of it as well. But I'm sure they would be. It's not very fair to the person that's getting the internet from the internet service provider either.
Like it's affecting like worse on the company, like say like YouTube, for example. Okay, so say I'm like pay internet to company A, and so with company A, I'm using on YouTube. I'm like trying to watch videos or whatever, and like personally, it's not like not directed towards me. It's directed towards the company, like YouTube. And it's like, hey, since your user is on my internet, like you have to pay a little bit more instead of like this company that I already own, to where like it just doesn't like it's not fair for like everyone across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel that everybody should have access to like every single website out there. They shouldn't be like, oh, you could only access a certain website if you pay an extra fee. Yeah, I don't think it's fair at all. To be honest.
Yeah, that's where
It's like paying for a subscription for a free magazine.
yeah,
For free magazine.
basically.
And like seriously, like it's a free website. YouTube's a free website, but since like your connection to the big old company is like, oh hey, it's this free website, but you should pay a little bit more to where that like website's not slow.
They're like, "Hey, kid, you want 4chan? Well, you see, you gotta pay for that. And if you don't,
Too
well
bad.
then darn, I guess you're not getting 4chan, because we all know you really want to go to the to the adult sections on 4chan.
I know I don't.
Hey man, PG.
Yeah, PG man, PG. 13 at me. Yeah, just imagine if we lost net neutrality, and then YouTube gets affected by that. Imagine like how many people would still be on YouTube then.
That's where VPNs come in order. I don't know if VPNs would affect this.
I
It
don't
seems
think
like.
it would. Okay, I had to use VPN at like art my school because like they had restricted access for stuff, and like all I did was just like unlock him, but like I think it still like had the same speeds.
Yeah. It has the same speed, but in terms of accessing websites, I think a VPN could work.
Yeah, but like I feel like with the providers who've already like figured that out though.
Yeah. But smaller ones, if they started doing that, probably wouldn't figure that out as soon, at least.
No.
But yeah, if net neutrality ends, it'll affect pretty much almost everyone that uses the internet, because the majority of people use the internet these days. And
Everybody be broke. Like seriously, like have to pay like just to go into a website.
It could affect Netflix as well, because like a lot of people would be like, man, Netflix, I'm not paying $12 a month to get Netflix if I have to also pay to get into the website. Or like Hulu.
And like companies just go bankrupt. Like a majority of their customer, like which in turn would lose a majority of their income, and just like companies just go, like drop left and right. Think Snapchat. Okay, Snapchat's like one of the biggest things on the internet. No, not Facebook. Think like Facebook, the biggest social media of history. Like if net neutrality, like taken over by that, Facebook would just be like nothing. Like not even like an irrelevant website, just nothing.
Yep, but
yeah,
the
I
only
think
thing about this is that I think that due to copyright, I'm pretty sure, wouldn't it be illegal for someone to be like, hey, we don't own this website and we're not affiliated with this website, but you have to pay to get into this website? I'm pretty sure that would go under unfair use or copyright.
That's why they like pass a law for this.
Yeah.
something for like
So,
intellectual property, right?
unless they are affiliated with the websites, this probably couldn't happen. So,
If they're affiliated, like they already own it, basically.
yeah,
Like
if
one
it,
example is like the website like Go90. You ever heard of that website?
No.
I have
Okay.
not.
Okay, well, it's basically like an off-brand version of YouTube, but basically it's like owned by Verizon. And like this is like one example. It's like, hey, if you use YouTube, you'll be slower, but you use one that we own, like Go90, you won't have that problem.
But yeah, without paying for these extra fees, our videos or our live streams or anything we watch or stream is gonna buffer a lot, I guess.
Speaking of off-brand YouTubes, it'd be cool is if there was a valid alternative to YouTube.
I mean, there's VidMe.
That's not really like that big thing. It's
I mean, it's growing, kinda.
No one's really gonna go like, huh, you know what? Screw YouTube. I'm going to Vimeo or Dailymotion or VidMe.
Daily Motion. People
Yeah,
still use that.
yes.
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, there's
I've,
Vimeo too.
I used to watch like people care so less about Dailymotion that like you could find about any cartoon on there or any show because like big companies don't even care that people upload their shows to there.
Yeah, there's so much possibilities that would happen if net neutrality ends. So let's just hope that everybody speak out and try to protect that.
Let's be honest though, if net neutrality did end and all of these companies made something like Go90, would we really care?
I mean, we don't really know which websites will be affected, so we can't really jump into conclusions on that yet.
The only thing that really would scare me is Google is making their own internet. I don't even know if I know Google planned on making their own internet service provider. I don't know if that was a thing that happened or if it's already a thing.
I don't even know.
I don't think so.
But I know they talked about it once. And if net neutrality ended, that would be kind of bad for Google users. Because, I mean, not only
Everybody
do
uses
they have a
Google.
good search engine, but like they own a bunch of websites. No one's gonna
Google's-
really miss Google Plus, but I mean YouTube and
I mean, there's still people out there that go on Google Plus communities. I mean, because I know like some YouTubers that will go on Google Plus, and then they'll be part of those sub for sub communities. I've seen those.
Yeah, but like Google owns like a good chunk of the internet. Like YouTube, that's owned by Google. It's like a couple years back ago, you had to like have Google Plus just to even like have a YouTube account.
Oh yeah, that's so true. All right, so let's go ahead into final thoughts. So, anything you guys thought we can take from this episode of the podcast? Anything from the topics that we discussed?
This new generation of YouTube and internet, like, should probably like need a big old update to where like you should probably change to where like it's not just like one big genre is blowing up, but like everything is popular, like how it was like a couple years ago.
I feel like we need a new alternative to YouTube. And how YouTube has been going, I feel like we'll probably get one soon because a lot of people's really wanting one.
Or at least like a new like revamp.
Yeah, the thing with YouTube though is it's pretty brutal at this point. If you don't if you don't do a set of specific things, you're not going to get anywhere. Like one, you could maybe start some drama and get popular. Two, you could like make an exposed video on someone more popular, and then after you get a bit popular,
Which,
I
by the
mean-
way, don't do this.
Yeah, don't. Not
yeah,
guys.
don't do it. I mean, there's a lot better ways of getting popular. I'm just talking about the easy things that one could do theoretically if they really wanted to. I mean, that's how that's how a lot of people got popular. I mean,
there are more ethical ways to grow on social media or on YouTube or if you live stream yourself. I mean, starting drama and all that other stuff. I mean, it gets you attention, but it gets you the wrong kind of attention. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I mean, how do you think people like iDubbbz and Keemstar got so popular? I mean, iDubbbz basically got popular from his content cop, really.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I
And-
found that funny.
iDubbbz is an exception because his content that relies on stuff like that is actually good.
Oh yeah, and those like the people tell you like, yo, it's not luck. It's like not do it luck. It's just consistency. Being a great yeah, no, that's not true at all. Like it's basically based on luck and like
Er-
getting it at the right time.
Yeah, or like when the commentary channels were popular, they were so popular because they were making fun of people, basically. That's
And you can like hop on the bandwagon and then she's like, oh hey, this
Yeah.
guy's doing commentary too. Like you just have to like it's
and everyone at the time was like, hey, screw Keemstar. He's basically the worst person alive, and I hope that he gets destroyed by angry beavers because he made an angry statement at me on Twitter, and I just hope he dies. Kill Keemstar's channel. Those were the good old days of
where is this going? Where is this going?
Yeah, where's this going? Like, don't wish death upon people.
Oh, I was just
I got lost.
I was exaggerating.
I got lost.
Where I was exaggerating, basically. That's basically what Leafy and iDubbbz and basically everyone in the
iDubbbz.
commentary community was doing in like 2016 was basically just wishing death upon Keemstar's channel. That's basically how most of them got popular.
So would you kind of say that people these days are, they would follow trends easily, or they would just easily
Yeah,
fall into
absolutely.
trends?
Yeah, basically people these days are just bored. So they're trying to find something that they can latch onto and jump on the bandwagon with to make them feel special.
Yeah, like and YouTube's like just like a really big player in this because like you see it on Instagram. It's like, oh, where this video come from? It came from YouTube. Like it all comes back to like YouTube like beating the dead horse like over and over again to where like it just becomes a trend and just like pops everywhere like just
Like
don't
overused
stop.
memes, yeah.
And Leafy was such a good example of how easily a channel could die, too. He died so fast.
I wasn't even aware of this.
he died so fast. He died in like a day after iDubbbz made that video. Everyone was just like, "Man, Leafy kind of sucks."
Wait,
Then everyone jumped on the
are you referring to the content cop Leafys here?
yeah. After he made that video, everyone was just like, "Man, Leafy sucks. He's not cool anymore."
So would you kind of say iDubbbz is trying to shut down drama channels in a way?
I would say that iDubbbz really just goes for whoever he doesn't think is a very good channel. But like the way that iDubbbz went upon it was so brilliant because he basically just went to Leafy's level and what played as childish as Leafy was, basically, and was just like, "You don't have a chin," and then everyone killed his channel.
See, with this day and age, like one video can like make or break a channel, like instantly.
Yeah, and like the thing with YouTube nowadays is if iDubbbz makes a video on you, your channel's dead, basically. There's some exceptions, but majority of them that he's made a video on were just demolished.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't kill my podcast, man. I'm just trying to survive, man. Yeah, basically what I got out of this, I mean, Let's Players and vloggers, they go head to head, but there's plenty of similarities that they do in terms of editing wise and personality wise. Can't really contrast them. It doesn't matter what you do as long as you like what you're doing. In terms of Viners, some of them get the wrong kind of attention to be popular on YouTube, which kind of goes back to what Kat was saying about, oh, if you're a Keemstar or if you're Leafy, you just trying to cause drama or something. You gain the wrong kind of attention just to be popular, and that's not cool, man. That's not cool. And memes, don't overuse memes, man. Like you're just like what Matt is saying. You're just beating a dead horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for net neutrality, please save it. Come on. Like, you won't really benefit from losing it. Come on. I mean, if you want people to lose net neutrality, like, do you really have any morals in this case? Would you? Let me know in the comments below. I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, net neutrality is something that is sacred in this internet. Just taking that away is, like, I got no words for that. Like, it's just making the internet more like capitalist in a way. Like, correct me if I'm wrong.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like stuff these days has to be like has to do with money. Like, does the world revolve around money, man? I mean,
Pretty much.
yeah, it kind of sucks, man.
Final comments. I'm going to be I've been working on a video recently. I think it's a pretty decent one, at least. It's a review of the Gorillaz' new album, Humans.
Oh, you're trying to plug, like, to end this podcast?
Yeah, you always gotta plug. You gotta
Since I
plug
already plugged-
somewhere, whether it be at the beginning or the end.
See, since I already did the beginning, I'm going good now. Well, Moral, thank you for inviting me and Kat to the podcast. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah,
Up to the
thank
past,
you.
like, hour.
And
It's
yeah, wait,
always
that
nice to
for
piggyback
sure.
off of people that are bigger than me.
Wait, what? I'm not even that big, man. Even though I'm
You're still
past,
bigger than I am.
just because I'm a bit past 100 subs doesn't mean I'm big.
Oh no, I just meant that you're bigger than I am. I mean, if
Oh
you're
yeah,
bigger
I
than
get you. I get you. Yeah, but with that said, that concludes episode 9 of Moore's podcast. I'd like to thank Catmeleon and HeyItsMatt for joining me as my guest today. And yeah, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you're on SoundCloud, feel free to hit that little like button, which is like a heart or something. Or even share on both of these platforms. But yeah, with that said, take care, have a great day, support net neutrality, and let the Moors be with you.